Gracias. Good morning. So let's start Ermis Awards 2015. Thank you very much for being in here. The weather outside is horrible. Don't go out, just stay here, okay? Don't go like your colleagues staying at the sun. Stay here to listen to Nir, who came to us from Akan, Romania. It's the most awarded agency in Europe at the Eurobest Awards. And Nir turned around all the creativity and the juices and the flowing, and he will show us how he did in Romania, so we did in Greece. Να το γυρίσω λίγο σε ελληνικά. Ο Νίρ είναι ο γενικός διευθυντής της MRM Akan της Ρουμανίας. Προέρχεται από το Ισραήλ και έχει πάει εκεί πριν 4 χρόνια. Και φέτος κέρδισε το Eurobest Awards ως η πιο δημιουργική εταιρεία της Ευρώπης. Και θα μας δείξει πώς μια μικρή χώρα, είναι 20 εκατομμύρια Ρουμάνοι, 10 εκατομμύρια εμείς, αλλά πώς μια λίγο πιο μεγάλη χώρα από εμάς κατάφερε αυτόν τον τίτλο και να δούμε και πώς και εμείς μπορούμε να το κάνουμε. So, let's start.
That's nice. All right, let's see that everything is working. Microphone, one's working. Good. Presentation. All right, good. Hi, everybody. My name is Nir. We're going to do a presentation. We're going to see a presentation. It's called From a Small Market to a Media Agency of the Year. Because we won in the Eurobest in the Media Agency of the Year, and we gotta squeeze it in every time we can. And I'll tell you how you do it, how you create good creative, award-winning creative, which is also effective, not scam work, but for real clients coming from a really small market. Not the US, not the UK, but Romania. And so, I introduce myself. I'm the chef of this recipe, and I run MRM Akan in Romania. I'm also the Chief Creative Officer, and I have another title, which is Chief Innovation Officer. For each one, I take a separate salary. I'm sharing it with you. That's why I have all these things. It's not my ego, it's the kids. And I'll tell you how you do those campaigns. So the ingredients, and this is what we'll talk about, is problems. So the more problems you have in your country, in your city, in your town, the more problems you have, the more opportunities you have to do great creative. Because creative nowadays are like startups, you know, you see a problem and you solve it. Not just with a communication or a TV or a campaign. You can make a, better one? All right, sound better? All right, good. Problem one, so bad microphones. Good. So I'll show you, me as an expat, I'm not Romanian, I'm Israeli in general. So when I arrived from Tel Aviv to Bucharest, I saw lots of problems. And I'll show you, through the problems, are solutions which each of them won awards. If you want to know which one, I will tell. But in general, let's see the cases and work. It will go like, I'll tell a few words, then I'll tell the guys up there to play the videos. And afterwards, we'll see around 9 cases, something like that, 9 campaigns. And afterwards, we can do questions, answers. We can solve briefs, whatever you want. All right, we'll have the 10 minutes. So, first problem, racism and nationalism. I'm not sure this mic is also the perfect one, but... So, I'll tell you, once I arrived to Bucharest and I walked to the office, and I'm seeing swastikas on the walls, all right? Like I'm going in Bucharest, and not even, no Jewish community even there, all right? And I see swastikas on the walls, and I go to my boss, or the owner, I go like, what the hell's going on with those swastikas on the walls? He goes like, I never seen any, ever in my life. I go like, what? You sure? No, there's nothing. So I went down and I took pictures of each of them, like 5 of them, right in the radius of 200 meters from the office. Maybe it's my welcome, maybe it's a welcome sign, but we discovered that it's all over the place. And I said, I gotta treat this, I gotta fix this, like I cannot see this. And the first opportunity that we got, we did. Or we did something about it, and now it's illegal. It wasn't illegal, by the way, to paint those on walls. Now it is. And with a client which usually doesn't do those brave kind of acts, with Unilever, Sif brand, which is in Romania, it's called Chief. And let's see the case study. Play it.
această vârstă acumulează tot, fie bun, fie rău.
Iau creierul ca un burete acum și sunt lucruri pe care le citesc eu cu greu. Poți să instalezi un sistem de control parental pe orice device.
Mesajele țigani, unguri, buzguri, evrei, asta e societatea în România.
ואנחנו כמובן בשוק. חברי הקהילה דואגים מאוד לשלום חברי הקהילה, בפרט לאלה שמגיעים לפה לשירות דתי כזה או אחר.
Moarte romilor, să vină Antonescu, să-i ducem la Bu. Pe mine mă afectează foarte mult.
Încă nu înțelege.
Da, cred eu că undeva a auzit că țigan ar fi o conotație negativă.
Prin această campanie ne propunem să curățăm străzile de mesajele agresive care îi pot afecta pe cei mici.
O soluție magică există?
Wow, ce tare ar fi! Adică curățenie, ștergeți tot?
Good. So we might not solve racism, but I think this represents like how the campaigns are today. You see something, you see a problem that you want to solve, and you use a brand not in the regular communication, but you actually do something. This was an app given to the community to when they see something that they are feeling uncomfortable with, they see profanity, they see racism, they take a picture of it, and in 30 minutes or an hour comes a van and clean it. All right, and from that point on, you can do everything. You can do print, you can do TVC, you can do any media that you think it will be very easy to implement, because the idea is simple and it solves something real in the real world. And like kudos for Unilever for taking this, because it's very hard to make those kind of decisions. It's a political stand also, and I'm really proud of those guys. And it turned out they won also both the awards that it won, but it also won all the internal awards inside Unilever, which made us very happy. Second problem, we call it loneliness at 65 plus. I won't be elaborating too much on this problem, but the young people are moving to the cities, all people left in the rural areas, all alone, and our client Vodafone is trying to connect them and bring internet and mobile and 4G to the rural area and to the city and solve those kind of problems. Well, let's see a case.
În România sunt peste 4 milioane de români care au trecut de 75 de ani. Rămași singuri acasă.
Părinți, bunici singuri în casele lor.
With over 40% of elderly people in Romania living alone, Vodafone wanted to prove that mobile internet can empower anybody to change his life for the better. So, we created an experiment meant to show how using technology can fight loneliness, presenting Sunday Grannies.
Am rămas văduvă și atunci ne-am mutat împreună.
În 2012 a plecat și bărbatul meu.
Și de atunci
suntem singure.
Asta este viața. Trebuie să mergem mai departe. Și o să fie bine, ți-am spus.
Though they're alone, they never stopped cooking for a whole family. So we connected the two lonely grannies with students that miss home-cooked meals. We showed grannies the basics of social networks, and we asked them to post their menu and invite students to their Sunday lunch. We made a documentary and put it on TV.
Și acum, hai, pe Facebook și iute la masă că se răcește.
And soon the grannies' lives started to change. Their Facebook page became the second campaign page in the country. Their story became part of the daily news.
Apelăm la bunicuțele de duminică.
Zis să cuceriți internetul. Păi, devină domnule la masă, în număr cât mai mare.
The empty apartment became the hottest eating place in the capital and visited by celebrities. Simona Halep, number 2 WTA, paid them a visit and even promoted their initiative on her official Facebook page.
Hai pe net la bunici să mâncăm împreună.
And MasterChef judge Adrian Hadean got a test from the grannies.
Am scăpat, haideți să vă pup.
They got so popular they even started producing their own cooking show.
Bine ați venit în bucătăria noastră.
And their famous lemon pie reached the supermarkets. Soon they became an inspiration for the millions of Romanians living alone. So we opened up the platform, creating a Facebook app where any granny can organize her own pop-up lunch. People from all across the country joined in.
Să facem mâncare pe internet
Pentru Facebook.
Ce drum și pe la noi, pe la piatră.
And their empty houses became happy again. The campaign reached over 380 million total media impressions, while social media adoption rate among seniors tripled, driving a 20% increase of Facebook accounts owned by Romanians over 65. All while 4G smartphone sales got a 78.8% boost.
So that's a classic integrated campaign. This starts with a TVC, which is standard with the grannies, cooking, inviting people, and from that moment on, once it's catched on, it went everywhere. So you can amplify and make all those things, make even a product out of the TVC. So we start with a TVC of grannies cook, and it end up as a lemon tart sold in Carrefour, Mega Image, Lidl, and so on and so on. So this is the thinking. The thinking is to take a subject, not just to think visually or think a story in 30 seconds, 1 minute or so on, but to actually do something that you can replicate and then move on to all other mediums. That's a big problem for Romania. People don't know that it's Romania and not Hungary. We have a big confusion between the cities Bucharest and Budapest. And it happens a lot, big artists come, go on stage going, "Hello, Budapest!" And 20,000 people go, "Oh." And the show is ruined on the first minute. And it happens a lot. And it's a problem, it is a problem. It's a cultural problem that people address and talk about. And we thought, how can we solve this one? So we have a client called Rom, which puts the national pride as a branding. Also won a Grand Prix in Cannes 6 years ago with the American Rom, which I spared you. But let's see that one.
Hello world, this is Bucharest speaking. Yes, Bucharest, not Budapest. Bucharest is the capital city of Romania. If you think that Budapest is, then, my friend, you're a citizen of wrong area. Truth is, we have a painful history of confusions made by prestigious, geographically impaired artists like Michael Jackson, Iron Maiden, Metallica, or Lenny Kravitz. No big deal for them, but a big dent in our national ego.
Se pare efectiv o lipsă de respect. Cred că atentează puțin la mândria națională.
But when last year 400 Atletico Bilbao fans missed the Europe League final after mistakenly flying to Budapest instead of Bucharest, it was time to stand up. Here comes Rom, the chocolate that has Bucharest written all over it. Introducing Bucharest, not Budapest, the campaign meant to end the confusion once and for all. The campaign opened with provocative outdoors in the welcome section of Bucharest Airport and even in the Budapest one. This provoked the first media reactions.
Atenție artiști, Bucureștiul nu este Budapesta.
Bucharest sau Budapest? Aceasta este întrebarea. Străinii încurcă mai mereu capitala României cu cea a vecinilor maghiari.
Next, Rom gave Romanians the tools to end the confusion. A dedicated microsite offered a browser add-on that added not Budapest to every Bucharest mention on the web. Tutorials giving tips to spot the differences between the two capitals and touristic memorabilia. These made it easy for Romanians to share the toolkit with their foreign friends via social media. From there on, Rom rode a wave of sympathy. Main city hotels became partners.
Când urcă în cameră, îi așteaptă un alt cadou, o scrisoare în care povestim un pic istoria din spatele campaniei, 2 ciocolate cu respectivele însemne.
And touristic operators offered to create thematic tours of the capital.
Am avut ideea de a organiza tururi gratuite în oraș, să le arătăm turiștilor ce se întâmplă în oraș, să le prezentăm orașul.
this didn't go unnoticed internationally. The even more down-to-earth results were stunning. One mayor on board.
Suntem în București. Bucureștiul nu este Budapesta.
One major apology from the lead singer of Iron Maiden.
I was trying to say Bucharest. I'm very sorry for it, but I blamed the roadies.
Thanks, mate. See you next time. 12 primetime features. More than 700,000 euros in earned media. That's 52 times the invested budget. 7 million media impressions. And an unprecedented off-season sales growth, while Rom consolidated its position as Romania's favourite chocolate brand. And zero confusions between the two capitals so far.
All right. Another way that that you score awards and you do effective campaigns are, I'm an expat, all right? So when I see it as a creative director or chief creative officer in the room and I see ideas, I want to understand them, all right? I want the insights and the enemies and the tensions that we do, I want them to be universal, you know? I don't like those small ideas which are very like word games in the language or something that is very, very local insight. Unless it's a problem I can explain easily. And one of those campaigns which won gold now in Eurobest, you'll see now, tackles the fact that Romanians are like everyone else, but with less money, all right? So we found a common enemy for everyone. You're gonna hate those guys too. And let's see the case about that, how poor teens are answering.
Don't let money change ya.
KFC launched their cheapest full meal ever for less than €3 and decided to prove that you can have lots of fun without having lots of money. And for that reason, they decided to troll the ones who have the most.
The rich kids of Instagram. Basically, it's these kids that are just super duper rich and they're kids. It's just embarrassing to look at these kids. It's embarrassing and they don't know it.
We introduced Little Money Big Fun, the affordable alternative to those rich kids of Instagram. Enter the campaign site and choose a photo from the Rich Kids of Instagram hashtag. Make your own version of the photo and upload it on our online generator. The merged photos will be published in the gallery, Tumblr page and shared all over KFC's social media. Within a week, hundreds of not-so-rich kids created a trending topic. And the rich kids replied, in their own way.
She says, I don't think I should be judged for posting a photo like eating caviar at Claridge's in London, while it's okay for someone to post a picture at McDonald's.
It's a very strong, and it's a PRable campaign. The budget of this campaign was, I think, like in terms of production, under $10,000 production. But the results that it got and the coverage that it got all over the world is great because it's a common enemy. You cannot like those rich kids, you know. And every picture that Romanians make with joking on them made the Romanian look good, you know, in front of them, and it appealed on every level. And the best result that it got, that's why it's also won PR goals, is the brand perception of KFC raised like really significantly over this campaign, over these feelings that we're giving to the teens, this empowerment that we give, and of course the message that you can eat good with not large amount of money, can have good meal, it also passes through. All right, another problem, which is also universal, but Romania has it tough, it's being hooked on social media. Like if Facebook crashed down right now, I have 50% more audience in this room, right? Sort of. No, you're listening, I'm kidding, but you know, everyone is on their phones, I once did a pitch and read mails. All right, so it's like it's taking over. And what happens, this is like, again for a KFC, what happens for teens when they try to log into Instagram and it's down, or Facebook crashed, or Twitter, or Gmail is not responsive? It happens. And people get terrified. And we say, why won't we do a campaign of that? Why don't we do a promotion over this exact problem? Let's see the funny case I made last month.
Just to keep panic at bay here, we do have breaking news right now. Facebook is down.
iTunes and the App Store have been down for nearly 7 hours.
Google wasn't working. Reports of these outages, we are unable to access twitter.com. We'll follow up as we get more details.
What are we going to do?
What are we going to do?
Yeah, what kind of... Terrified citizen called 911 because Facebook was down.
Facebook is not a law enforcement issue. Please don't call us about it being down. We don't know when Facebook will be back up.
Did you survive Facebook down?
My papa's son wandering out a smoking gun. Now some of you would live through me, then lock me up and throw away the key, or just find a place to hide away and hope that I'll just go away. Huh. But I feel alright. I feel alright tonight. All right.
But don't worry, the site is now back up and running.
The first openly gay player to be drafted by an NFL team.
An Australian surfing champion has fought back against a shark.
So you see, we're taking a problem, or we're taking because the platform called Don't Panic Man. So we found what's really make teens panic and gave them a solution in form of a promo. But it's more than that. You actually create some sort of service, because we used a known API that pings websites and services and online services to get back. So we actually took something that is happening to each site, and we gathered it in a service that checks out. So it's actually a service, not just a promo. Like if your Facebook is down or something is wrong, you can check in this site if it's a problem of yours, you know, like Facebook locked you because you uploaded the wrong photos, or it's something that's happening right now to everyone on Facebook. So we actually created this also an online tool for that, and it was we're doing it now again this year on in a second leg and second wave, with in-stores, with like cashier, the LCDs on the cashiers that scans all the time, and if one of the sites fall, you get like right away, you get your meal for free if you're standing in line. So we're taking it forward under this insight that all the teens are hooked. Oh, wait. Rural versus city. I addressed this point earlier with the Sunday Grannies campaign. We're gonna see now one of the biggest winners and biggest campaigns, and we're really proud of it because, you know what? Let's see the case, and I'll talk a bit about it when you see.
Romania is a country with a big urban-rural gap where 45% of the population never use the internet and are still using hay carts and horses.
Nu știu ce e ăla. N-am avut, nici nu o să am.
With 500 million euros invested in network infrastructure, Vodafone needed to push smartphone adoption in rural areas and prove it as the best network coverage. We wanted to show that anybody can improve his life using the internet. So we did a social experiment with the stereotype of the technology virgin. Introducing Ghiță, the social shepherd.
După ce am gătat clasa 8, atunci am plecat la transumanță și de atunci chiar numai lângă voi am fost. Iarnă, vară, Paști, Crăciun, toate le-am făcut pe drum.
We gave him a smartphone. We taught him how to use social networks. And we asked him to share his life on Facebook. Then we made a TV documentary with episodes showing how he used our products in his everyday life.
Anul ăsta țânțare cât berbecii. Ia mă uit aici, aplicația anti-țânțare. Fiecare seară mă una câte un film bun. Am și popcorn.
More and more people started to follow his content. Not long after, Ghiță became the third most popular Romanian celebrity on Facebook, with every post triggering media attention and giving us free and natural product placement right in the news.
Din vârf de munte, cel mai cunoscut cioban din România, Ghiță, și-a setat aplicația.
Ghiță Ciobanul a trăit intens.
Celebul Ghiță Ciobanul.
Ciobanul Ghiță.
Ciobanul Ghiță.
Ghiță Ciobanul.
The mayor of Bucharest reacted to his posts and invited him to open a cheese store in the capital.
De data asta la magazin.
Traditional music singers created songs about the shepherd who changed his life using the internet.
Ghiță, 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 ești pe Facebook toată seara, să te vadă toată țara.
Even the Prime Minister went to visit the shepherd on Facebook that all Romanians love, as he posted on his official page.
Premierul Victor Ponta s-a pozat cu Ghiță.
And he was given as an example for the digitization of Romania by the European Commissioner. As Ghiță became the symbol of the simple man breaking his limits, his story also reached the international press. We managed to break through. People in rural areas started to find a place for the internet in their everyday life.
Ministerul Comunicațiilor va lansa anul acesta un site pentru micii producători.
Afacerilor pe internet a ajuns și la țară.
Ideea de a deschide o pagină de Facebook a plecat de la o mai bună informare.
And the numbers started to add up as well. 173 million media impressions, 100% social media organic reach. Vodafone tripled the gap between the main competitor in best network perception. And for the first time ever, it ended the year selling more smartphones than feature phones.
Acum am 500.000 de prieteni pe Facebook. Viața mea s-a schimbat în bine, dar pentru mine totul ele rămân pe primul loc.
So, you see, it's a presenter campaign. It's as simple as that, but we thought of a different way. It's like instead of taking a presenter that will do a shortcut for us, or take a famous singer, an actor that everyone knows, and then he speaks the brief or tell the brand, and we do a shortcut. We did the long way. We built a presenter, and this was the presenter for the brand in all the TVCs everywhere. We took it from the ships. You know, this is a real guy. This is not an actor. This is a real shepherd we found somewhere in Baia Mare, or I don't know, somewhere far away, and we made him the presenter of the biggest telecom brand in Romania. And it worked, because people reacted. You see, even the Prime Minister got him to dinner, and he opened shops, and it's like he's the biggest star in Romania till now. If you say Ghiță Ciobanu, there's no Romanian in Romania that doesn't know who he is and that name. All right, another problem. People think we're stupid. Well, they're right. But it's still a problem. I'm talking about me, not Romanians. But Google, and we have the representative here coming up after me and explain this, right? Google says we're stupid, and we need to attend to it. Let's see a case that tells us.
Again! Rom chocolate is a national icon. After blasting the Romanian ego with the American rum, the brand strengthened its position. But 1 year off-air later, market share indicators were going down again. Rom was crying for a comeback, all within a very, very Romanian budget. The brief was to create a campaign that would have Rom rekindle people's national pride for Romania's National Day on December the 1st, a moment of great patriotic boredom. Our idea was based on a stunning discovery. Googles around Europe were providing automated suggestions that were offensive even to the most indifferent Romanian. Google Romania was no picnic either, but to us, Google was also ready to be used as a medium, the world's biggest amplification channel, for free. The campaign started online with the viral seeding of the insulting screenshots.
Românii sunt păduchioși. Nu o spunem noi, ci Google.
Automat Google te ajută cu păduchioși proști.
Românii sunt proști, păduchioși și hoți.
Then, Rom jumped in with the solution. Overnight, we redirected ROM's website to romaniansasmart.ro and .com, an optimized web page helping people generate searches for the catchphrase Romanians are smart in most European languages. We knew if there were enough searches, Google's predictions would change. For the launch, we recruited Romania's top 10 bloggers, each adopting a personalized search to help us generate positive content about Romania. Hundreds of bloggers then followed the movement. We gave people the tools to adopt the campaign, widgets that allowed anybody to generate automated search buttons of their choice, t-shirts and posters. Meanwhile, the campaign was making headlines around Europe, thus activating the Romanian communities. In no time, Rom was granted the endorsement of dozens of hard-to-reach public figures, starting from Wimbledon legend Ilie Nastase.
Vreau să știți că românii sunt campioni.
Românii sunt isteți. Românii sunt o familie.
Then, the campaign took a whole new turn when Romanian CNN, reality TV, offered to join in and started covering the campaign heavily. The climax was reached with a one-day media event broadcasted in a TV marathon on the National Day of Romania. Hundreds of thousands of searches for Romanians are smart were generated in just one day.
Vorbim despre o mobilizare nemai întâlnită în România.
Over the next days, negative suggestions started falling on national Google's, Bing, Yahoo, YouTube, and finally on Google.com and .ro.
Campania Românii sunt deștepți și-a atins scopul chiar de ziua națională.
6 weeks and 600,000 Google searches later, with virtually no offline media budget, Rom's campaign had earned 19 TV features, making more than €500,000 worth of traditional media exposure and almost the same in free online media. People created thousands of web pages with positive content about Romania, increasing tenfold the number of results in Google. Meanwhile, sales and market share indicators started climbing once again. Rom gave a voice to Romanians, and in exchange they've turned Romania into the first country to ever change its image on the internet.
One, you hear me? All right. You want to check now what's happening when you press Romanians are? It changed back. Yeah, there's just a campaign in the end. Anyway, but yeah, try Greek SAR just for the fun of it. All right, I see you laughing, so try it. All right. Another problem or an image thing that we can turn around is this thing. I went to Bucharest. I told my Israeli friend I'm moving to Bucharest, and they were like, they're gonna drain your blood, don't sleep uncovered. I don't know all that. And sometimes you can take cultural things which define you and show the good side of it. I'm going to show a pretty much new campaign for Untold Festival. It's one of the biggest festivals in Europe that's happening in Romania, in Transylvania actually. And let's see a promo solution to promote it and get PR all over the world.
Spitalele au mare nevoie de sânge. Medicii au fost nevoiți să amâne mai multe operații.
Mătușa mea a decedat. A avut nevoie urgentă de sânge.
Se înregistrează o criză în momentul de față.
Paid with blood.
Pay with blood. Paid with blood. Pay with blood. Paid with blood. Pay with blood. Plătește cu sânge.
Plătești cu sânge.
Fiecare donator primește un bilet pentru o zi de spectacol. Și pentru că vorbim de Transilvania, Dracula este motorul campaniei.
Campania se desfășoară în toate centrele de transfuzii din țară.
Că multă lume a venit prima oară să doneze.
Vreau să donez mai de mult.
But I figured Transylvania was the best place to donate blood.
Sunt sigură că o parte dintre ei se vor întoarce.
Scene incredibile în România.
La centrul de transfuzii au fost nevoiți să își prelungească programul.
Medicii s-au confruntat cu o problemă.
nu mai aveau unde să stocheze sângele.
I'm honored some of you paid with blood to see my concert. Keep donating.
Primăria va susține acest sector.
Pay with blood where Dracula lives. And it worked. That's service for your nation and community service at its best.
So now let's address some of our problems as a advertising agency, all right, not just as a culture, nature, or a country. So we get a lot of, you probably do too, adaptation briefs, you know. You get a movie and it says, make it local, you know, make it buzzable, and, you know, that everyone in the country will talk about this. So, and you get a commercial from Spain with a lip dub, and, you know, like, in this case, and I'll be open with it, this is a Coca-Cola brief that we got for a platform called Coke and Meals. And we got a movie from Italy or something. People sitting and eating, calling their loved ones, eating together. It's all nice and all, right? But the brief was to make it local and to make it buzzable and to make people talk about it. So this time we used technology, and I'll show you a trick. This is a very old one. This is my first campaign coming to Romania like more than 3 years ago. But it's still considered to be innovative because we turned, using technology and using cooperation with the TV channels, an opportunity to create dynamic content on top of the TVC. So every time this, sorry for saying, this boring TVC is on air, it has different content, local content, on top of the TVC live.
A fost pentru prima dată când un advertiser ne cerea să venim cu o inserție live pe o reclamă.
Oricine avea cont de Twitter putea să facă o invitație live, apărea la televizor în timpul reclamei, dacă era norocos și reclama lui era aleasă. Trebuie să scriem și o bucățică de cod, un script care să urmărească feed-ul lor, să-l sincronizeze cu ce aveam noi, cu baza de date.
Unul dintre cele mai frumoase obiceiuri este pe cale de dispariție. 6 din 10 mese nu se mai au în familie, ci pe canapea, în fața televizorului. Pentru a-i face pe oameni să redescopere bucuria meselor luate alături de cei dragi, o caravană se va plimba prin 7 orașe până pe 25 aprilie.
Iubesc să gătesc pentru oamenii care mi vizitează restaurantul, dar nimic nu se compară ca și atunci când pregătesc mâncare pentru prieteni și familia mea. Hai să mâncăm împreună!
Bit complicated, so I'll explain. Go ahead. That's why I'm here, right? So it's a bit complicated in the case, but it was basically we had people sitting in the broadcasting room, in the transmission room of all the channels, and got tweets when the commercial is aired, and they picked live the ones that doesn't say something like Pepsi is better, or I don't know, like the ones that we can broadcast, and put them live. So each time the 45-second TVC was on air, we get around 3 to 6 new tweets or new content, which is in Romanian. Here in the case it's in English, but it's in Romanian local content of people in Romania on top of the TVC. So yeah, it's it's not implemented in the content itself, and it's bottom the bar. Again, it's another way. Even if you have an adaptation brief, the smallest thing that you need to do, you can do something extra. You can take it to innovation. You could get into, I don't know, New York Times. This one was on New York Times. So you can, even in an adaptation brief, do something. And this also connects to the last case that I'll show here. And it's again on the same matter, on the same message that I want to give you as a fairly small market that can do stuff with really creative people here, because I see the work. And I think you shouldn't give up, because I think my methodology, and I did it in Israel as well, and now in Romania, is just do. You do. I thought of an idea on the plane here, really, and now someone is designing it, and I'm going to pitch it, and I'm going to go on air with it in 2 weeks, and I'm going to fight just to do it. All right? And you need this urge to do, even if it's the worst brief you ever got. And now we'll see a campaign which I'm really proud of. Won 3 Webby Awards in New York, and it started from a banner brief for a music festival that has this connection with Coke, so they need banners to say, come to Adi Despot, the musician show, you get 10% off if you order now, or something like that. It's like the brief that everyone gets and hates, and we decided to do something different with it. And let's see the case, and I'll tell you a few words about this, and then we'll wrap up.
Ne aflăm pe scena Coca-Cola, iar cei de la Coca-Cola au avut o idee cu totul inedită. M-au pus pe mine pe internet, într-un banner, cântând la o chitară, iar voi puteți să sunați la un număr de telefon de acasă, să cântați la telefon împreună cu mine.
Teoretic, dacă ai decât un singur banner, atunci toți ar vedea același lucru. În schimb, în cazul nostru, fiecare vedea exact ce era destinat lui. Puteau, într-adevăr, să sune 10.000 de oameni în același timp și fiecare interacționa în timeline-ul lui.
Alo? Salut, sunt Adrian Despot. Într-un banner.
Oare mai știi cum a fost primul început? Oare mai știi cum a fost primul început?
Cele mai bune voci se vor auzi în această seară, pe scenă, alături de noi și alături de voi.
Oare mai știi cum a fost primul început? Primul vis?
Chiar această senzație n-am avut-o în momentul în care au intrat și cele multe voci. A fost un moment așa de wow!
You see, and I want to talk a bit about this. So we found this simple technology that allows us to record people calling the banner and get the individual experience out of it. But then we have all those voices, and those voices are content. And then we discovered, we had a fight over it in the beginning, internal fight. We discovered that 85% of people that started singing completed the song. So we had lots of voices singing all songs, and let's do a content out of it. It shouldn't stay in a banner or just get a YouTube clip of you and the artist. Let's take it on. Let's take it on stage. Let's make CDs. And if we had better qualities, we might even take out a CD for real in stores with those songs of everyone together. So the message here, I think, in this one is never give up. Come to the client. You think the client, the brand manager, understood this idea when I presented him to him first, when I was saying it will be every banner will get another call and will record. They looked at me like I'm from the moon, right? But you need to believe in it, saying, listen, I'm putting my gun, I'm putting my badge. If this doesn't work, take it. I'm like, go to a pitch. I'll go to a pitch. If you believe in yourself, you believe in your ideas, you go, you make them. Maybe they won't be as perfect as you imagined them on the first, but they go on there. and they succeed, and they win awards, and they bring you to Athens to eat good food and drink tsipura, something like that. Thank you, guys. Thanks for having me, George.
Thank you very much. Do you want to ask Nir any questions before he goes to the sun?
I promised, right.
Yeah.
Shoot, come on. Go.
Okay, how did you deal with the fact that users, I'm talking about the KFC campaign and the rights that the more rich kids had on their pictures. How did KFC actually get to use those pictures?
First, I have a very liberal legal advisor. Saying, and it's also some risk-taking in doing those campaigns. Every campaign that you see here has a risk attached to it. Legal, technical, real-time. Lots of campaigns here are real-time campaigns that I don't know how it goes. Like the client says, and what happens after a week when we do Romanians are smart? Will it change the Google to Romanians? Well, I don't know, you know, like maybe it will get worse. I have no idea. All right, so it's risk-taking. So we can talk afterwards. I'll explain to you how we did and the letters that we sent and how we covered ourselves in legal. But risk-taking is part of what we do. Without taking it and without saying, yeah, I know that could be a rise of a legal problem in this area. If you stop yourself from trying to do it and find any solution, you'll never get to do anything risky, and you'll end up without this one. Sure. Another one? All right, guys, thanks. I'm here, I'm around. You can grab me whenever. Thank you.
Thank you.